I'm Sue Leonard. My husband's name was Betty Leonard. He passed away a couple of years ago. The Lord gave us a vision together. We came up to see this place with his niece. It's her property. And her and her husband were going through a divorce. And we just rode up one day to see it because we'd never been up here before. And so we came up and began looking around. It didn't look anything like it does right now at that time, but looking around, and of course men always look at different things than I do. As we're walking around, I really felt like this was the place I was supposed to be. And I didn't say anything because I thought, this is crazy. Here I am almost 80 years, going on 80 years old, pushing it pretty hard. I'm not supposed to be up here. This is just my imagination. Didn't realize that the Lord was speaking to Buddy at the same time. And so as the day went on, we kind of got together, and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and neither one of us are saying much of anything. And finally he said, well, what do you think? And I said, well, honey, I don't know about you. I said, but I just have a strange feeling that we're supposed to be here, which doesn't make any sense. Tell me I'm crazy, right? And he said, no, you're not. He said, I'm feeling the same way. And I said, well, look at this place. It would take a fortune to make anything out of this. And it's 16 acres. What do we need with that? He said, I don't know, but I just really feel strong that the Lord wants us to look into this. So I said, well, we'll pray about it. So we went on home and we prayed about it for a little while, and more and more we just felt the feeling being stronger. Still trying to say, Lord, do you realize how old we are? You know, we're too old. I mean, this is when the men and the women our age is dropping out and saying, I'm retiring, I'm giving all this over to the young people, you know, let them take over winning souls and doing the running. And but it was strong. And so we said, okay, Lord, what we'll do, the property was going to be sold. Danny's husband had said that he would only sell this property for what it was worth, what he had in it, not what it was worth. We put an offer in on the place, to make a long story short. And we said, okay, Lord, if this is what you want, okay. And not really thinking or worrying about whether it's going to happen or not. If it happens, then we know it's God. If it doesn't happen, then we were just wrong. We were just wrong. And so about 3 months passed. We didn't call about it. We didn't check on it. We didn't do anything. And so the judge said, it's sold to these people that's made an offer. That's how we got it. So we came up here and just in amazement that we got the place anyway. And we're standing out here in this yard looking around, and I said, okay, Lord, now what do we do? We don't know what to do here. What do you want us to do? But we had some rental houses. We had 6 altogether. And one day we got a call from Parks, money management guy. He said, this is strange. He said, but I've got a guy that wants to buy all of your rental property, everything, lock, stock, and barrel, all at one time. He said, that don't happen. And so Betty looked at me and I looked at him, and I thought, I always wondered why we had that rental property. Anyway, I didn't like it from the start. It was a lot of work. But anyway, with the property sold, and there was our money to start building this place. And it just seemed like at every turn, God provided everything we need. We back on the mountain again. Okay, Lord, we got some money now. What do you want us to do now? We don't know anybody up here in the mountains. Who's going to build this? And then Brent Wood comes tootling up in an old beat-up truck, and he says, "Hi, my name's Brentwood, and I build houses." And God had sent him. I've often told Brent as he was building the house, I said, "You think you accidentally run up on this job?" I said, "This job you got was designed by God. He placed you here to build this house." And Brent was a big help in getting it going, getting it up, because we didn't know what it was just a shell. It didn't have a floor, it had a roof, and it had tarps on the side of it. We didn't know what it was supposed to look like. We didn't have any plans or anything. I guess the biggest thing, that regardless of how old you are, you just have to be obedient to what God says. Whether you can see the picture the path he's got laid before you, just to know that you can trust him with whatever that he's wanting you to do. All you got to do is take the steps and listen. And that's what we were really, really trying to do. So we got the house built. It was going to be inspected before too long. And Buddy wasn't feeling good. Now this might get a little teary, I'm sorry, but Buddy wasn't feeling good. He finally went to the doctor. And after some tests and stuff, he found out he had stage 4 lung cancer. And things went downhill real quick, and that's what took his life. And I didn't understand. I said, "Lord, you sent us up here to do this, and now you've taken him. What am I supposed to do?" And I was really at a place where I didn't know if I was supposed to be here or not. And I thought because my situation had changed, that his vision had changed. And so one night I just cried out to the Lord. I said, "Lord, I don't know what to do." And I was half mad, I think, because he took Buddy and I didn't understand that. And I said, "I don't know what to do, and I'm just not going to do anything until you tell me what to do." Just as clear, I heard the Lord say, "What did I say in the beginning?" And I said, "You said to go to the mountains." He said, "I have not changed my mind." And so when he said that, I knew what I was supposed to do. Although I didn't know how it was going to be accomplished or how I was going to get it done, I knew what I was supposed to do. So I was firm in that. So I dried my eyes, got boxes, and I started packing. And I didn't quit packing until I was in the mountains.